Hi, this is your boy Terry. My username across the internet is surpassing Google, and this is a boring reaction, but an interesting video altogether because we'll be doing something at the end of the song that we will listen to. To start with, I'm going to be listening to Arirang Alone by Sohyang. I did it before, but it was blocked. Someone suggested that I use the fan cam version, so I'm going to redo that video but in a different way. So I'm going to be listening to Arirang Alone. At the end of the song, I'm going to reveal a proclamation that I'm going to write on this empty page. You see, I'm going to write it out and I'm going to sign it and I'm going to reveal it and explain it. I'm going to derive this proclamation from the inspiration that I draw from having paid attention to the beauty of Sohyang through her music. This is one of the directional uses for music, the more testimonial uses for music. Just let's wait for that airplane. So I feel that music is more testimonial when used as a means to evolve in our human or in the substance of our human. So over the course of the song, I will tap into my spirit, gain insight, and proclaim forth a revelation, which I'm hoping will inspire someone out there who is undergoing mountains of odds or seeking the ever missing piece to their puzzle altogether. I'm hoping that this proclamation stirs breakthrough for someone out there, or at the very least incites them to rise again, to take action, to take initiative, to aspire again, to resolve anew. So you can call this a breakthrough watch party. I'm going to pull up the song now. Let's listen to the beautiful person of Sohyang. Just give me a moment. So first of all, let me put on my headset. Pardon my slowness. Let me pull up this song now. I've listened to Arirang Alone. I was told that it has some history to it, covering events that happened in Korea, and altogether it's a powerful, inspirational song. Speaking of unity and power and surmounting odds. So I was also told that alone is not English, it's a Korean word, so the song is Arirang Alone. So let me pull up the song now. This is the fan cam version. Sorry, just a moment. So it's a start. listening to the song a second time, I appreciate the song better. I now see a flow in the melody of the song. It corroborates the story behind the song. The first part of the melody expresses her song, this particular song, her rendition of it can unite nations. Altogether, nations are merely locations, but two nations in disparity listening to this song with their spirit, a unity will stem forth. You know, the song has a flow of there's this beginning part which is starting the story. Then let's say that the beginning part, two parties are walking. Let's say they're approaching a hill and climbing the hill. Then the middle part is a moment of rift and tension due to chaos. Human nature comes about, and then there's tension and disengagement and basically chaos and a storm. That's the middle part where the song became sort of chaotic. Then the latter part of the song tells of these two parties joining strength, holding each other and progressing. And the end part of the song tells of breakthrough. Unity has been established or achieved, and there is a breakthrough, bliss, peace, celebration. Anyway, that's listening to the song a second time, and now see the beauty of the melody. Sohyang, she's just perfect for this song. She's just perfect. She has that outcry and undertone of wailing, but beautiful wailing. You know, in today's world, we like to shove aside wailing, things of sorrow, sadness, but this is our part of life. It's what brings about unity in the end. It's what brings about innovation, invention, evolution in human. So Sohyang is just perfect. We don't want to talk about her music. She's just perfect. Her transition to that very high outcry notes, very powerful, very abrupt, very controlled. She's just in charge. We all know of her humble nature, her likability and all that. So today it's about this revelation. I've already filled the page. I don't know if it's going to show, but let me show it on the screen first with hopes that it shows. So I'm going to read it. It says, many a time the answers are in the first, simplest, obviousest solutions. Many a time we jump to the nth, complexest solutions first. Want to know what is on Bingo's mind? Ask Bingo. That's the revelation for today. Drawn from me drowning in the Sohyang experience, and I'm going to explain this. Ultimately, I intend to reveal a form of knowledge called legit illiteracy, a form of knowledge derived from the down-to-earth spaces of Mama Earth that is undocumented in the books. Many books have been written, but there is rare intel in legit illiteracy, the down-to-earth spaces of Mama Earth that is being neglected to highlight the outer space knowledge. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. I'll just explain, give you an example of what I'm saying. Basically, what is being said here is many times we jump to the nth complexest solution. We jump to the nth complexest solutions first. Let me start with comedy examples. You want to You're seeking $10 million. What is the normal or the popular path that people will take? Perhaps a career ladder. Go spend 10 years in university, do PhD, go to outer space and become an apprentice under an alien. Just to derive the knowledge, then come back to Earth, work for 20 years, climb a career ladder, and then maybe you get $10 million. But no, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But how about exhausting first the humanly possible, first, simplest, obviousest solutions? These are things we toss aside as nonsense, but solutions may lie therein. For example, how about going to a bank manager and telling him you need 10 million, please give me the key to the vault, to your vault. Or maybe the next time you go to an ATM, regardless of whether it's possible or impossible, have you ever typed $10 million in the ATM machine? Now, these are comedy examples, but I'm just hoping that you're getting the context of what I'm saying. It starts with your mentality. It starts with paying attention to your human capabilities. Look at your human once again. We were made in Jehovah's image. To have in subjection the fishes of the sea, the flying creatures of the heavens. This is a grand privilege. Look at your brain, powerful than supercomputers. Before we give cognizance to the existence or inexistence of things like money. Oh, I don't have money, I can't get that Ferrari. Then wanting to seek money, the chase paper, basically join the rat race to chase paper. How about paying attention to the resource that is before you? The first, simplest, obvious solution is your very evolution, establishing your own beauty, the application of your own power. So, one humanly exhaustible solution in that case is just walk into a Ferrari store, dress well, maybe use 5,000, $100 or $500, buy Versace apparel, go to the Versace store and start by asking the price of the price of the Ferrari. You want to sign autographs tomorrow. Are you rehearsing your autograph already? I'm talking with testimonies. I went somewhere and I don't know what touched people, and they said they wanted my autograph. These people are artists, and I gave a talk there, and at the end they wanted my autographs, and I ended up signing for several people. But again, mentality is key. I don't have a dime, but I've been rehearsing my autographs, even literally. So let's always look also at the first, simplest, obvious solutions, exhaust them before going to the end complex solutions. You want to raise $10,000. How about there's so many things you can do, money aside. You can go into isolation, brainstorm an idea, write a proposal, then get 5 friends, maybe 2 girls, you dress them in the Versace, send them with the proposal, especially if the girls, maybe the boys, the security guard may bar you from seeing the manager. So dress a girl up and have her submit the proposal. Now, these are bizarre options by world standards, but these are human exhaustible options, the first, simplest, obvious solutions, and carry potential of creating possibilities. How about writing out your idea and just putting it on the internet? That is humanly exhaustible, free of charge. Make it 20,000 words so that it's indispensable. It ranks in the search engine. Your breakthrough may come from an anonymous person, a random person on the internet. And we're living in the era where the first simplest obvious solutions is just before us. We have the internet, we have telephones. Our parents did these things without anything. My dad will travel abroad without knowing anybody to a language, a country where he has language barriers, and he did succeed. Starting from the farm places, barefoot in the villages, starting by coming to the city, then ending up going abroad. Many things that our parents did, they didn't have internet. When it's love, they will write letters, they will travel. These are human exhaustible, simplest obvious solutions. Before you start to talk of money, oh, I don't have money. Oh, I can't wear a good shirt, I don't have money. If you go with full-blown conviction with your spirit, you have tapped into your spirit, you have a presence, you walk into a Versace store and you tell them that you're going for to pitch you're going to see a CEO tomorrow and you wish you had a Versace shirt, to look presentable and all that, they will give it to you. They will be moved by your own conviction. The universe will pave way. The next time you walk the streets, or you enter a room, the room will halt because you walked in and your presence filled it. So take cognizance of your beauty, the special privilege of being made in the image of the invisible Creator Jehovah. I'll stop there. I won't prolong this. I just gave you a surrounding context. You can now apply this in a variety of contexts and scenarios. And next time you walk the streets, walk with new airs. Because your boy Terry exists as your true fan, and I'm here with my spirit and being your true fan. And again, it's very simple. That makes you celebrity. What does it take to be celebrity? Just one true fan. And you have me here, fully invested in you. I will bear your consequences. Let's wait for that airplane. Yes, I will bear your consequences. So, rarely get reservations. Reach out to me if you want further clarity on this subject. If you're seeking the ever missing piece of your puzzle, it can be in the head of an anonymous person, that raggedy looking person on the street near you that everybody just passes by, giving more value to chihuahuas and cute puppies. Pay attention to that person. Even the ever missing piece of your puzzle can be in that person's head. You just need to trigger it. It may be lying there as redundant information, not valuable for his own breakthrough, but is the ever missing piece of your puzzle. So that's a humanly exhaustible endeavor that you can carry out. Meet the person, have a conversation, measure the person courtesy of their human, have a good conversation, a directional conversation, pop the unpopped questions. And who knows, maybe courtesy of that casual conversation, the ever missing piece of your puzzle can pop out. The next time you are on Google, pop the unpopped questions. Yes, there are so many search query suggestions when you're typing, but don't be entirely identified. Don't let Google be 50% of your brain. Pay attention to your evolution while doing any human activity, even as simple as this Google search engine. How many unpopped questions have you popped while using Google? How many questions, search queries have you popped that, at the end you will see Google telling you to suggest that question because it has never been popped? And we're talking of valid questions. But there is sense in nonsense. So Dirt is good, ask the soap master. So rarely get reservations. It's not about flawlessness. Even if your question is so-called nonsense by world standards, pop it still. It may stare, it may trigger something. I'm telling you, when I was younger, I used to write my ideas, but I never wrote on a booklet like this. I wrote on pieces of paper, and various pieces of paper, and I'll throw it in my bag, and I was looked at anytime I go to school. People will peep. I used to hide my bag, the inside of my bag, from people, but sometimes people will see the inside of my bag and they will go like I'm a lunatic. But basically I was practicing coding in the things that I wrote. But not only coding, I wanted to evolve each time I was looking for a particular idea or excerpt of me that I have written. So I'll write it on pieces of paper, all scattered. And anytime I'm looking for a particular piece, I'll have to go through 100 to 1,000 pieces of paper to find this particular one-liner or idea or innovation idea that I wrote. Why? Not only because I'm encoding it from strangers. Those times I used to be afraid. I didn't want people to get to know what I'm doing, steal my ideas. I was still young. Now I don't have those reservations, but when I was younger I had it. But because of my own evolution, I want to dig mine of my human in the process of just finding a piece, a one-liner that I wrote. So I'll go through each of the papers. They're going to be rumpled. I'll open them one by one till I find the particular line that I'm looking for. And there are many times, because of going through that process, at the end of 1,000 pages, let's say, assuming I get to the 1,000th paper to find the line, I would have come up with 10 to 20 more innovation ideas. I was a very young boy doing this. But I don't give myself kudos for this insight, this knowledge. It's special insight from the Creator. Because many times when I was younger, I did the discomfort, I did the hustle, the grind. When there is a challenge or discomfort or pain, I was a boy, but even in boyhood, those things challenged my manhood. My man side will come out, mountains of odds, and it will challenge my manhood to surmount it. These are very simple things. I don't want to make it, I don't want to expand on it to where you lose out on the gist. So let's keep it short and cut it here. Please listen to my undertone, the underlying context, not my words. I may not speak English in the same way as is popular. I'm a legitimate illiterate overall. So the composition of my expressions may appear ordinary and off-key, but please pay attention to the context. Engage your spirit as you listen to me so that you will connect to my spirit, and insight, revelation will be laid bare. Anyway, let me stop here. I'm your boy Terry once again. My username is Surpassing Google. Make sure to stay awesome.